Welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fandom is welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard.
I'm Brad Newton.
And, well, we're finally back. We took a little bit of, I guess you could say, One Piece hiatus.
Yeah. It's been a good month, I think, since we've done a review. But so we have 3 chapters to get through. There was a break in between one of them, so that's why it's 4 weeks. But We're doing chapter 920, 921, and 922.
And I think collectively, through the whole 3 chapters, I think certain things dropped in the chapter. Like, certain points in the chapter were huge.
Before we took our little break, we were talking about, man, I really wish Wano would pick up, and I have to say it has.
Yeah, I mean, even so, we're starting with chapter 920. We get real quick, the cover page I just want to talk about real quick is funny because they're like fan requested.
Grand Fleet story's over.
Yep, Zoro and Sanji, like if they fought each other, what would their if they won, like, Sanji's dreaming, like, Nami's all over him. Yeah, I won. And then Zoro's like, yeah, get him.
I'm the strongest.
And weirdly, Chopper's just there in the corner. Yeah, go Zoro.
You got it, man. You got it.
But, let's get into the chapter.
Yep, I don't want to go page by page since we have to do go through 3 chapters. So pretty much this one explained the time theory, the time travel thing. Mm-hmm. Pretty much what happened is that Momonosuke's mom, or Oden's wife, had the time fruit, and this blows our theory out of the water that Shanks had the time fruit. But,
yep, I think that blows a lot of people's theory out that he had the time fruit.
But anyway, she can't move people in the past, but she could move them into the future. So, pretty much, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, all the samurai were being defeated by Kaido and the Shogun, and they needed a way to escape, and the only way they could escape was to the future. Yeah. So she sends them 20 years into the future.
And some of them end up out a little different times. Mm-hmm. So, like, some of them are, like, leaving Wano, some of them, like, that's how, like, Raizo pretty much ends up going to Zou.
And they go through the whole story again about how... Like, they lost Raizo at Zou, and then they lost, I can't remember the other one, in Dressrosa.
Oh, yeah,
I can't remember his name, the paint one.
Yep, I can't remember him either, sadly.
Yeah, and then, Kimimon was in Punk Hazard with Momonosuke, and so they were going after hardship after hardship after hardship. But they said that was okay, because they met the Straw Hats, and now they're the greatest allies now.
Yeah, and pretty much, we found out that it was Momo's mom, and that also, like you said, explains how Momo knew Roger.
Yeah, because people were saying, like, wait, you're like 8 years old. How do you know who Roger is? He died 20 years ago.
But also, I think it was in this chapter, there's some, they say that Momo had a sister. I wonder if she's still alive.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but they basically come up with a plan. They're like, anybody that has a tattoo of the moon on their ankle, they're like, give them this paper. And in 2 weeks... the plan to stop Kaido will take place. I could be skipping ahead to the next chapter too. They're all kind of blurring together. But we also get a mini flashback with Dogstorm and Nekomomoshu as like little kids. I remember we see them like they're like, oh yeah, Master Oden and like the samurai were always so nice to us. And then so people are bowing to Momonosuke. I don't remember if it happened in this chapter or not, but Okiku still has his like saving herself for Kimimon. So that'll be like a big thing that'll come later, I think, too.
But doesn't he have a wife?
Yeah, something like that's weird. Again, yeah, they go through like all their hardships, and again, it's like a recap of what's happened to this point. Because ever since Punk Hazard, they've been leading to Wano. It's been a long, long journey to get here.
And also, I believe it happened in this chapter too. Zoro gets separated from the group again. He went the wrong direction, and I think that's going to lead to him probably finding more samurai and leading to a little side story with him. Because, of course, like, out of everyone to get separated and go down his own path, it's Zoro. That has to mean something.
Yeah, and we also learned that I believe it's 3 more samurai, right?
Yeah,
there's
3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
The paint moment.
I can't remember. The Japanese names are hard for us to remember. Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a while, but
Kinemon,
but
3 more.
Raizo, the pain guy, and then Kiku, and then there's, I believe...
3 more? Because there's 7, right?
No, there's 9.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, there was 9. But it was, like, I just think it was 7 because it's giving me, like the 7 Samurai story feels. But, yeah, there was 9 of them, you're right. But anyway, yeah, they say in 2 weeks we're going to attack, the plan to overthrow this kingdom and, take the kingdom back begins. And we also think that's because in 2 weeks there'll probably be a full moon, so the Minks can show their form.
I'm almost probably guaranteeing that has to happen. I mean, we have the Minks here. We just learned about the Shulong form. That's one way that they're going to be able to contend with some of Kaido's men. Yeah. So it makes perfect sense.
So, and with that, we move on to 921. We actually got a color spread, and this one was just of some of the women of One Piece and Chopper.
And actually,
Chopper has the support girls.
If you notice, if you bring it up, Nami has Doflamingo's feather thing. Robin has, Boa has Crocodile's like jacket, and then Robin has kind of like Moria's like design on her. So I thought like that's an interesting three. Like some of the old Warlords of the Sea homage.
Interesting. And then, yep. So this chapter, what happens in this chapter, let's just go ahead and get into it, is Kaito shows up. I never would have thought Kaito would show up this early in the arc, because we were saying, man, something needs to happen. Kaito showing up as a freaking dragon. We were like, okay, Kaido's here, and we know what his devil fruit is now.
Yep, and Okiku brings it up on why they need to go to attack on this festival is because pretty much the Shogun and Kaido, they're going to be going to this altar to pray, but really they're just going to be throwing a banquet and a party, and that'd be a perfect time to strike.
It's like the anniversary of when they took over, I believe.
Of when they took over.
So we get there, and we also get Sanji's first interaction with Okiku. You know, you thought maybe Sanji might change a little bit after pudding. Nope. He's all over Okiku.
I like how, even it's been a little bit, but even though after Luffy and Sanji's thing, Luffy still comes in like Sanji's super strong. Like you want to date him. He's a nice guy. He's like trying to be a good wingman, but. She's apparently saving herself for Kinemon, but it turns out Kinemon actually has a wife of many years.
Would the wife be old now, though, since he moved ahead 20 years?
Well, that's what I think. That's what they later on get that she. I don't think she's taken another husband. I believe.
But anyway, the again, this is the point where they hand out those cards, those symbols. It's like the two swans, the snake, and the moon.
Which, I believe Sawyer 7 Mage brought up a good point that it looks like Gear 4 Luffy's face, the image on the card.
Maybe. But anyway, he explains that, Frankie, Robin, and Usopp
they
are all handing out cards. That's why, because remember back when we first started, Wano showed them in different, jobs. So their role is now to get the flyer out and get as many allies as they can.
Yeah, and he tells them too, like pretty much Frankie's working with the guy to get blueprints of the building of the castle, and then Usopp's pretty much the handing out the flyers kind of guy, like the salesman, and then Robin is
tracking the movements of
as
a
geisha. And immediately, like you said, Sanji just like, what?
Robin?
Hello.
Yeah, he's like, I'm super into that. And then he's like, and so he's starting to assign people. He's like, Brooke, your power's gonna be useful. He's like, what does that mean?
Oh yeah, like they want him to like pretty much like, hey, you're gonna go haunt people.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna scare them into thinking that okay, they need to get out or something like that, or like.
And it's like your weather jutsu now. He's got jutsu now, I guess.
Yeah, they think of her as like Konichi.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool actually.
And then Sanji, like, you'll cook, so you're gonna gather big crowds with, your awesome cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like trying to give them roles, to get many people as possible. But it's funny, so he's like, okay, let's give everybody their costume.
Yep,
and then like Nami's like picturing herself. She's like, man, I want to look cool as this ninja.
Yeah, and we get the Wano outfits for everyone else, and my God, Nami, Jesus, like Oda.
Nami slaps for.
I mean, thank you for the fan service, but this is going to be so distracting. She looks so hot, but I will say, out of all of them, I think my favorite is Carrot. Like Carrot just looks so cute all the time.
I like Chopper.
Chopper looks cool too. He's got the ninja,
like
but when's he going to use a sword? Like it's.
Hey.
Sanji's is like, I actually like Sanji because it kind of keeps it the basic style of like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji just have pretty much kimonos, but their colors.
Yeah.
And Brooks is cool because it's like, oh, he's dead. He has holes and arrows, and so that's pretty cool.
So,
I think their outfits fit pretty well.
And we get introduced to another
Kunichi.
Yeah, she's like Shinobi, and then
Shinobu is her name.
Shinobu, sorry. But yeah, Shinobu. But
I think so, at least. Don't put me wrong on it. But yeah, she's
fully covered, and Nami's like, that's how I'm supposed to look.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Kimon gets slapped.
And it's funny, like, Sanji takes it to heart. He's like, this was not what I was expecting. And as I was reading this, that's not what I was expecting either, but you know Oda.
But yeah, he's probably getting, I forget her name, the mermaid from Frankie's mom.
Oh,
Frankie, the woman.
Yeah, gotcha.
The mermaid.
I
forget her name. Yeah, Kokoro, Granny Kokoro.
Yep. And then Kinemon pretty much talks about how, like, we need to get these 3 samurai.
They're each worth 100 men.
Worth 100 men.
Mm-hmm. And then I think we cut to one of those samurai. They say the head of the mountain bandits leader is Shintamaru. So I think he's like has a different name, but I think this is one of the samurai they were looking for.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these designs are like cool. Sometimes they're not. I think like.
I mean, he looks kind of like a sumo wrestler. I get his style.
Yeah, I like, he's kind of like got the drone thing too. But the bandits are there.
And then Jack shows up, and we're like, okay. I was like, so Jack's already here. So in my mind, as I was reading this, live, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Jack's here. Maybe we'll get a fight with Jack, to pick up the pace of the story.
I like too he's like 2 hooked swords. That looks pretty cool.
And then this guy, he's confronting the new bandit that was introduced that we were just talking about, and he's like, the only reason you're still alive is because Kaido wants you to because you're strong. Kaido wants you to make an underling. He's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna do it. And he cuts Jack. That surprised me. I was like, whoa, I thought this guy was about to get destroyed by Jack.
Like, I mean, if we think about it, I mean, Nekomamushi and, Dogstorm, they're strong, but they also had to worry about their friends, and then they kind of cheated with the poison, and, these guys are like the top tier, probably Wano. So him cutting, and especially from the look too,
he cut him off guard too. He was like he wasn't expecting
him to be that strong.
Well, him to get attacked too.
Yeah.
So he coughs up blood. He was totally, and then he brings out his big ass hook swords, and they start clashing. They're like a high level battle. And
then pretty much we get to the good part.
Yeah, so they're clashing, they're fighting back and forth, and freaking the sky starts to open up.
So I want to see, I definitely want to see this in the anime, but we start to see this, like, the sky start to swirl, and Jack's like, why?
Because freaking someone just collected all 7 Dragon Balls is what happened.
Pretty much, because we, in Law's like, hey, Straw Hat, you're going to want to come here and see this. And we get... So, Kaido's a dragon. Kaido is a freaking dragon. I remember reading this in the morning, and I was like, Kaido's a dragon. Kaido's a freaking dragon. I was so excited. Oh my god, he looks so cool.
Yeah, he looks like Shinran's older brother. Like, his cool older brother.
And now, granted, we still do have to see Shanks' power in the end. But if you can kind of revert to, when he went to Marineford... If Shanks, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido ever fought together or battled each other...
Well, they said that at Marineford. They're like, if any 2 of the Yonko commanders teamed up, they'd be able to take out the Marines.
And I'm really starting to get that now. Like, holy crap.
Or the Yonko. Yeah, I said the Yonko commanders, but yeah, the Yonko. And then so it's like, they're like, what the heck is that? And then it just ends, it's like, that's Kaido. And then...
That's Kaido.
And Momonosuke is so scared, he reverts to his dragon form, too. And this also, theory time, makes it why Momonosuke is so important. Because he has a dragon power too, like Kaido. He's a mini dragon, he's just a baby dragon.
A little dragon.
But he has a smile dragon fruit. So that's why I think Momonosuke is so important. Is because somehow he ended up with this dragon fruit that Kaido would probably wanted to give to his predecessor. Like a student or something. Yeah,
or maybe Kaido's just because he is a dragon devil fruit, maybe he's just kind of territorial too, like, hey, I don't want another dragon around here,
And then we get next chapter 922. So this one, another fan request, and we get your favorite character.
My girl, my waifu, my girl to my favorite One Piece character / probably top 3 anime characters of all time, Koala, and she's doing some karate with
the Kung Fu Dugons.
The Kung Fu Dugons, the pretty much the Squirtle Squad / boys of One Piece.
Yeah, the Squirtle Squad, and then so we get there, starting off this chapter again. Everyone's still staring off. They're like, "Wow, Kaido can transform into a dragon." And it's a really cool panel because we see how far away they are. Yeah. They just see the silhouette of Kaido, and Kaido's pretty big.
Yeah.
He's pretty, like, maybe not, like, his head, but he's super long.
This final fight with Kaido is going to be insane.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's just shocked. They're like, the final boss is just right over there. It's like, how many chapters are we into this arc right now?
Yeah.
The final boss is right there. Don't we have another, 50 to 75 chapters to go before we get to him?
Yeah, and then you're right. We get Momonosuke's kind of quivering,
yeah. And then Luffy's realizing, oh, that's where we just were. That's the town of leftovers.
Yeah, and that's not good because we know Luffy. He's gonna want to protect them, and pretty much Law's pretty much telling us how
we got to this point. Again.
A little recap, hey, we went and took out Kaido's factory that was producing his weapons.
Yeah.
Then we took down his main supplier, Doflamingo.
And Caesar was making the smile too.
And now he's not making them. So he's coming after him, and Kaido wants
pissed.
him.
Yeah, Kaido was pissed at both Law and Luffy. So they're Luffy's pretty much, man, I gotta go get him. He's about to destroy that town, so I'm gonna go fight him.
But there's no even though there's been we clearly saw Straw Hat take out some of the headliners and stuff like that. Kaido hasn't physically seen Luffy and Wano, so as of right now they can still hide, and maybe they're not there, maybe they are there. This or that. So the Law's don't go fight them, don't go over there. We need to keep our presence under wraps.
Law uses his power, and he just does he does room, and then he does the pop, and then a rock appears, and he's after Luffy, he's trying to stop Luffy from going. And then the bandit that was fighting Jack was nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
nope.
No, we know not to
mess with Kaido. Even the bull, the expression of the bull is just nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, and we find out the leader of the head bandits, he clearly had a fight with Kaido in the past, so I'm really starting to kind of get a presence of this guy's power. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, he might be the leader of the samurai or something, maybe.
And
then Kaido's yeah, I remember you. He's the only reason I haven't killed you is because I want you to be my subordinate. But then we realize here we get funny Kaido again. He's drunk.
He's the past. Are you ready to be? He's drunk.
He's drunk.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
We've seen him sad drunk. We've seen him mad drunk, and now we've seen him happy drunk.
And and then the next panel, we kind of we get a close-up panel. Man, Kaido really looked like Smog in this panel.
Smog? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said Small.
I couldn't help but notice it, but even
last chapter I thought he looked like Shinron. Now he looks like Smog. So
he's got many forms, the many shades of Kaido.
Yeah.
But then even Jack's
dude, you drunk
Kaido,
again?
you drunk, man? You're a young Cole, man. We got shit to do. You can't be getting drunk at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, this is going to be, obviously, Kaido's weaknesses. Big Mom's was the wedding cake.
That's right, and I wanted to bring that up, that I think that this is actually maybe... Because they say he's drunk as hell. Because he's a big man, he's probably going to drink a lot. But this is probably going to be a weakness to help defeat Kaido. Him being drunk makes him weaker.
Yeah, something to that effect. So it seems like all the emperors have some sort of weakness. So this is Kaido's, that he gets drunk. But I swear, if we get a freaking scene where Kaido's give me the sake, instead of the wedding cake,
keep
that again. Let's not do that again. Okay,
let's not chase the sake across Wano, but pretty much we get Luffy's still running, and then we kind of cut back to Leftovers Town, and
Kimimon and Okiku are running too. And then Hawkins is on his cool ass he looking like the leader of the elves from Lord of the Rings.
And he calls him he's Viceroy Kaido. If you're looking for Straw Hat and Law, that's fine. Please don't destroy the town. They're here. They're just over there at Odin's castle.
And Hawkins doesn't actually know that they are actually there. He's just saying that in his mind because he's He's like, I don't want Kaido to destroy this town. There's just ruins over there. There's nothing over there. Just have him go destroy that.
Yeah, and I thought about... Does he? Are you sure he doesn't?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he goes along with it and he says...
Because if he doesn't, then that definitely helps the fact that, okay, Hawkins probably is definitely on their side then, maybe. Or
I don't think so.
Be.
I don't think he would say they're over there. Oh, you're thinking...
Saying if he doesn't know that they're over at Odin's castle, and he's telling them, oh yeah, they're over at Odin's castle, then he's probably on their side.
Yeah, he's like, Odin's castle, but he says in here, he says, no, I lied to get you to stop your rampage. People have been talking strange lights being seen on the mountain peak. So maybe he's like, there is something over there. He's like, I'm not sure what it is. So maybe, I'm not quite sure, actually. But he does say, no, I lied just to stop Kaido's rampage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that he's like... So he's like, at least he's gonna destroy the ruins over there. And then he's like, what a great hiding spot. And then, so, it's like, and the samurai guy's like, man, he's going after the ruins of Odin Castle. So this guy is gonna be important, I think. Odin's really been building up.
Well, I think this was gonna help make him join, because I think he's gonna be like, you're not gonna destroy my guy's, home.
Mm-hmm.
Disrespect, I don't like that.
Yeah. So then he's like, and then like, oh shit, Kaido's coming over here.
Hey, there's a fucking dragon coming our way. Like, imagine just being like, man, Wano's crazy, dude. Is that a dragon coming at us?
Is that dragon about to?
He's coming at us. I think we should move. And then he's like, I think he's like, bellow bless, and just we kind of get like the flashlight,
and he freaking destroys,
just blows up,
erases it. And it's a cool scene, too, because we get, like, the light, and it's Kaido's kind of silhouetted. It's really cool artwork, and we see just the castle.
And, like, we know, like, Luffy's pretty fast, so he was probably a good distance away, at least.
Yeah, Kaido was all the way over here, on this other town, and then...
So I wonder, too, if, like, Luffy's probably like, did my crew just die?
Pretty much, that's what you see his expression on his face. It's like, if Law was over there, Law could have teleported him out.
Yeah.
And there's no way Luffy's crew's dead.
Yeah, there's no way. But
we know that.
Luffy's thinking, did he just kill my crew? Mm-hmm. And then, also, one thing we just got told, like, don't fight Kaido.
No matter what.
No matter what. He comes in with an elephant gun to the head.
Yeah, and we see, like, it hits Kaido.
It hits Kaido.
And it looks like it affects him, too.
Like, yeah, I don't think he's, like, the knocked out kind, but I do, like I said, I do think because he's drunk, it might affect him just a little bit more.
I think Luffy is about to get destroyed next chapter.
Oh,
he's
easily,
He's going to learn a hard lesson. Like, this might be, like, the first time, like, Luffy fought Crocodile, where he gets absolutely destroyed.
I wonder, too, if maybe, like, the way they get out of this is if Law's like, hey, you're, like, he, like, real quick tells Luffy, like, hey, your crew's fine, we gotta get out of here. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when he hit Kaido, because Kaido was drunk, he was like, oh, time to go to bed. Like, he didn't actually knock him out. Maybe he knocked him out. Like, he just kind of got...
passed out drunk, maybe?
Passed out drunk, yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
And then, because, like, of course we can't have, like, the actual final confrontation right now.
Yeah, so, yeah, either, like, Kaido's gonna be, knocked out from being drunk, and then that's gonna be their way to get away from him.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna absolutely destroy Luffy.
Yeah.
And maybe he's gonna kidnap Luffy and take him where Kid is, and that's how Kid's gonna be introduced.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to get Kid in here soon.
Because last time we saw Kid, he was destroyed, too, in, like, a prison cell.
Yeah, he's missing an arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so... Man, we like the big drop of Kaido being a dragon.
Luffy confronting Kaido this early.
Luffy confronting Kaido, getting the guys in their suit, like their Wano costumes, or getting them back in the crew. Zoro going on his own kind of adventure, maybe. Mm-hmm. So things are starting to definitely speed up now. We're getting into the good stuff now.
The meat of the...
That was fun. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed. I miss talking about One Piece. It's good to finally be back on pace. Hopefully, I don't see a break on for next week, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. We'll hopefully be back next week.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to do it for us today. If you would, please hit that subscribe button. Remember, we are doing our giveaway. We just shot our video for that, so you could still enter it though. 2 weeks from that video. So right now, you can still enter.
Yep. We're not just doing
Amazon giveaway.
Yeah, we're not just doing the first 50 people.
You could still subscribe and enter.
We're just starting it because we hit 50, so you definitely can still be entered. And watch our video for it.
Yeah, check out. Actually, I'll put the video right here. Check it out right here.
It sounds good. Mm-hmm. But that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.